Hey friends, it's Alyssa here with your yoga to surrender. I wanted to just mention real quick that there's a suggested playlist down below that you can download if you just want to flow to some fun tunes today. It's just going to enhance your practice. So roll out your mat, get ready to move, get ready to sweat, and get ready to surrender. All right, let's get started in child's pose. Take your knees wide on the mat, bring your big toes to touch together. Sink your hips down to your heels as you walk yourself forward. Reach your fingertips forward and then just bend at the elbows. Drop your forearms down to the mat as you drop your forehead down to the mat. Sink your hips to your heels. Take a deep breath in. Allow your belly to fill and expand. And exhale as you begin to center yourself here on the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Take one more big breath in. On your exhale, try to get your hips down to your heels a little more. Rock your forehead side to side. Give yourself a little forehead massage. And then just stay right here for a few moments. I want to share an intention for our practice. When we set our mind on something during the practice, it can be even more powerful to reset our hearts and our minds and our bodies. Today we're talking about surrender. I got this quote from Toby Mac. It was kind of circulating social media for a while and it stuck out to me, so maybe you've heard it. But it says, "You are afraid of surrender because you don't want to lose control. But you never had control. All you had was anxiety." We often think of this word surrender as giving up. But surrender is not failure or defeat. Surrender is not even a bad thing at all. So many times we try to control. I try to control. We think we can control the outcome, the situation, the circumstances, and yet we never had any control of any of it at all. All we had was anxiety and worry and fretting over what might or might not even happen. Surrender happens when we know that we don't know. Surrender happens when we know we can't think or see our way through what we are going through. Surrender happens when we don't have the answers. When we surrender, we let go of results and accept what is. When we surrender, we give up, but not in the way that you're thinking. We give up the notion that we should or can manage the situation. Instead, we let those expectations go and experience a calm peace through surrender. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to surrender something today. Maybe it's expectations of how this practice is going to go. Maybe it's expectations that you had of the day that just didn't live up. We can't control. And when we try to control, we don't get any more control of it. All we get is anxiety. So today, I invite you to make surrender your intention for our practice. Surrender the circumstances, the outcome, the results, and just accept what is in the moment. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Take your left hand on top of your right hand. And then think about pressing your left hip down toward your heel. Just breathe into the left side of your body. We're just trying to lengthen through the left side. Take a breath in Exhale. Beautiful. Breathe in. Exhale, sink your left hip down a little more. And then walk back through center. All the way to the left side. Take your right hand on top of your left. And just stretch through the right side of your body as you press your right hip down to your heels. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Walk your hands back to center. Take one more breath in child's pose. Allow your hips to sink to your heels. And then we're going to come into rabbit pose. So bring your hands behind your back from here. Clasp your hands, fingertips clasped together. Press your knuckles away as you roll to the crown of your head. So you're finding an inversion without the pressure of being on your head, without the pressure of all your weight on your head or forearms or hands. Press your knuckles away. Roll forward and breathe. Begin to center yourself. Choose your intention, whether it's surrender or something else you want to focus on today. Don't let this practice be all about the body and the movements, but use this practice to get out of your head and give yourself a reset. Take one more breath. Exhale, drop your hips down. Bring your hands back forward and then just press yourself up. We're going to come to sit on our heels. So bring your knees together. Sit down on your heels. If this is too much, you can always cross your legs or even come up if that's too much to sit down on your heels. Awesome. From right here, we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So bring your hands onto your knees. And we're going to just from here, arch your back, lean forward. So we're finding a cow back, kind of like we do on our hands and knees. So really arch. And then exhale, round your back. Make a dome in your back. Drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, come forward, seated cow. Exhale and round. Inhale, come forward. Arch your back, lean forward. Exhale, round. Tuck your chin to your chest. Let's just do one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Awesome. Come back through center. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands by your side. Inhale, sweep your hands overhead, reach up. And then just drop your right hand down to your back. Catch your right elbow with your left hand. From here, we're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend over to the left. If you want, you can even drop your left hand down and make a little kickstand so you can bend a little bit more to the side. Or you can hang onto your elbow and get a nice stretch right here. Inhale back to center reach. We're going to switch sides. Drop your left hand down, catch your left elbow with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, side bend to the right, and maybe bring your hand down just to get a deeper side stretch. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Reach your hands up. We're just going to find a twist here, twist to the right. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Right hand makes a kickstand. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale to the left. Left hand comes behind, right hand to your thigh. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. Take your gaze behind. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Look up. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Bring your intention right here into your heart. Bring your mind back to the mat. Be present in your practice. Begin to open your eyes, walk your hands forward to tabletop, tuck your toes, downward facing dogs. First, spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes, straighten out your arms and your spine. Keep your knees bent to start. And once you're all straightened out, your head is fallen in between your biceps. Draw your lower belly in and begin to straighten out your legs. Maybe press your heels down toward the mat. Begin to pedal out your dog. Drop your right heel, bend your left knee. Get a big stretch for your right calf and then switch sides. Nice and slow, with care. Find some movement here. Pedal it out. Press into your hands. Press the mat away with your palms and your fingers. Walk it out, and then maybe find a moment of stillness. Set up your dog. Draw your lower belly in as you press your chest toward your thighs. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Bend your knee and find 3 big hip circles one direction. Big hip circles. We just want to work out any of the kinks. Loosen it up. Go the other direction 3 times. Awesome. 3-legged dog. Extend your leg behind. Toes are down. Hips are square. We're going to start to fire up the core. Draw your left knee into your nose. So shift forward. Engage your core. Hover. And then kick it back nice and slow with care. Let's do that 2 more times. Draw your knee into your nose. We're just starting to fire up the core. And then kick it back. Last time, we're going to draw the knee in. Step through. Low lunge. Drop your right knee. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Nice. Sink into your front knee. We just want to open up on the hips. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Arms are lifted. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Exhale. From here, bring your left hand onto your left hip, right in that crevice. Just kind of wrap your hand around, push down on your hip. So we're just kind of rooting down on that hip. Inhale, lengthen through your right arm. Exhale, bend over to the left. So this is more of a side bend rather than a back bend. Keep your lower belly drawn in. One more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down inside of your left foot. So what we're going to do is kickstand the right leg. So turn your right foot to the left side of the mat. We're making a kickstand. So now instead of your foot pointing to the back, it's pointing to the left side. Keep the front knee as it is. Take your hands diagonal and just start to walk yourself forward. Sink into your front knee and just get a big hip opener right here. I feel this on the inside of my thighs, big stretch. If you've been exercising, running, spinning, whatever, this should feel good. Take one more breath here, walking out as far as you need. Then walk yourself back in. Take your left hand, plant it right next to your left foot, on the inside of your left foot, and bring your right arm over your ear, reaching to the front of the mat. Take one big breath here, find your side stretch, and then inhale, rise all the way up. So we're going to come to the back of the mat. Keep your legs as they are, bring your right hand down, and then lift up on your left leg, point your toes, reach your left hand up. We're in supported side plank. Awesome. From here, bring your left hand behind your head. We're going to find 3 knee to elbow crunches. If ever you want to drop your foot down, that's fine. Otherwise, just lift it up, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, maybe hold it up or bring it down. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, just firing up the core. Exhale, crunch. Awesome. Inhale, extend. Rise all the way back up, cartwheel forward, plant your hands, tuck your toes, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, and then clasp your hands together. So clasp your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling. We're going to make some big circles. Bend over to the right side, bend your knees, sweep it down, around, all the way up through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Reach up, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to high plank. And we're just going to move through. You can move through a vinyasa, take a chaturanga, or just drop down to your knees all the way to the belly. Flip to the tops of your feet. Press into the tops of your feet as you lift up. Little cobra, drop your shoulders down, engage your core. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, down dog. And let's just go right to the other side. Inhale your right leg up high. Bend your knee. Find those 3 big hip circles. One direction and then the other. We're just starting to loosen it up. Awesome. Extend your leg behind, three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Draw your right knee into your nose. Shift forward. Core engaged. Kick it back. Bring it forward. Knee to nose. Extend it back. Last time, draw your knee into your nose. Step through. Low lunge. Drop your left knee. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Awesome. Sink into your front knee. Lift up your gaze. We're going to find that side stretch. So bring your right hand onto your hip. Just kind of press it down. And then just side bend over to the right. Just get a nice side stretch. Nothing big. Sink into your front knee. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down on the inside of your foot. So again, kickstand the left leg so your left foot comes to the right side of the mat. Walk your hands diagonal to your legs. Walk yourself forward. Just getting a big stretch for the hips here. So your legs stay where they are with your little kickstand. Walk forward and breathe. One more breath here. Feel that stretch in your inner thighs. And then walk yourself back forward. So just keep your legs where they are. Right hand plants inside, right next to your right foot. Sweep the left arm overhead. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches overhead. And the right leg lifts. Maybe point your toes. You can keep your leg down. Reach your right hand up. And then we're going to find those 3 crunches. Hand behind the head. Crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Feel it in your core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Rise all the way up. Cartwheel your hands down. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Clasp your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up. So your fingers are clasped. Press your palms up. Exhale to the left and find that big circle. Sweep it down around. Bend your knees through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Mountain pose. Awesome. Take a breath here. Soften your knees. Drop your shoulders. And come back to your intention to surrender. We just did a nice little warm up. We're going to continue to heat up the body before we get into our flow. We're going to go through 4 sun salutation A's. So from mountain pose, take a breath in, coming back to our intention, surrendering control, surrendering anxiety, surrendering fear, and accepting what is in the moment. One more breath. Exhale. And I want to remind you, we're going to go through these sun A's kind of quickly to just heat up the body. This is your practice. This is a video. So you can pause it. You can go slower and do 2 sun A's rather than 4. It's up to you. I'm going to lead us in 4, not too fast, but quick sun A's to build heat in the body. From mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot back, and then your left foot to meet the right plank pose. So press the floor away. Draw your lower belly in, feet are hip distance apart, press back through your heels. Take a breath here. And on your exhale, we're going to go through our vinyasa. So you can drop down to your knees all the way to the belly like we did early, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale through our little cobra, pressing the tops of your feet and your palms as you drop your shoulders down. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. We're just going to get right to the next sun A. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back, and then your right, high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or maybe take a chaturanga if it's in your practice. Inhale through to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take one breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. You can step back or maybe jump back into chaturanga. So you can jump right back to your low push-up chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Exhale. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. If you want to hop forward, I like to tap my fingertips, then take the hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. Last one. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, maybe jump back to your chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take an extra breath here. Press the mat away with your palms and your fingers. Draw your lower belly in. Press your chest toward your thighs. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump forward. Forward fold. Take a moment here. Maybe bend your knees, catch your elbows, rock side to side. Or you can catch your calves, straighten your legs, and fold. Take one more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. Exhale your hands to heart center, mountain pose. Awesome. Hopefully your body is warmed up, ready to go. Those sun A's, like a little cardio move there. I'm warm. I hope you are too. Take one more breath here. And I know I say it all the time, but come back to your intention. So easy to get wrapped up in the movements, to get wrapped up in expectations or even things out of this space, away from this mat. But this is your time. Don't miss it by being somewhere else in your mind. Bring your thoughts, gently guide them back to this space. Surrender. Let go. Release whatever you need to release. And we're going to make our way into chair. We're going to start a different kind of flow. This might be new. Again, surrender expectations of what you thought maybe yoga has been to you or what you thought this class was going to be. So bring your feet close together. My preference is I like my feet parallel really close. Some people like big toes together, heels apart. It's yogi's choice on that one. You're going to bend your knees, sit your hips back, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears, lift up on your chest. Awesome. Now lift up on your toes, shift your weight to your heels, and then make sure you can see your toes. If not, you need to just shift your hips back, lower your toes back down, draw your lower belly in, breathe in, and breathe out. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to prayer twist over to the right. Hook your left elbow onto your right thigh. Press your palms together, right elbow point straight up to the ceiling. From here, it's going to get a little funky. Shift your weight to your right foot, and you're going to start to lift up on that left foot and slowly try with control to step back to your twisted crescent. First few times I did this, I was not slow. I just threw my foot back there. So however you want to get there, be careful, but with control, let's try to step it back. It's harder the slower we go. Now inhale, sweep your arms up to crescent. One breath as we transition into warrior two. Drop your back heel, foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Sink into your front knee as you look over your front fingertips. As always, engage the core. Draw your lower belly in. Take a breath. Your feet are in one lane of traffic right here. And we're just going to find a little flow. Flip your palms to face up. Inhale, lift your arms up as you straighten your front knee. Exhale, lower down to warrior two. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift it up, straighten. Exhale, lower, warrior two. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. From here, keep the bend in your knee, flip your front palm. We're going to reverse our warrior. Keep the knee where it is. As you reach your right arm overhead, left hand slides down your back thigh. So the reason I talk about the knee is many times we want to just lift up with our arm and our knee loses its bend. Keep sinking deep. We're still building strength here. Reach your arm overhead, big stretch in the right side. One more breath. Exhale, come forward to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, triangle pose. I like to bump my back foot up a little bit. Reach your right fingertips forward, bump your hips back. Right hand drops down to the ankle or shin, left hand reaches up high. Maybe you follow your gaze with your left thumb. We have a few hand options. If you have a block, bring it to the knife edge of your right foot and place your hand on the block. You can rest your hand on the inside of your ankle, or if you want to reach for the floor, do that on the outside, the knife edge of your right hand as you drop your hand down, but don't drop your chest forward. Stay open and lifted. If you need to keep your hand on your shin to do that, that's better than straining. One more breath. Exhale, take your gaze down. We're shifting into half moon. Bring your right hand down in front of you, maybe on a block or the mat. Left leg lifts up high. Toes are pointed out to the side. And then maybe lift up on your left arm. You're super strong in that right leg. Right knee is gently bent. Don't lock out that knee. Super strong in your core. Left leg lifts up. You've got this. This is not a beginner pose. So if you're shaking and falling, you're doing awesome. Surrender and try again. One more breath. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Maybe you need another breath here to catch your calves, straighten. Awesome. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Great job. Let's go right to the other side. Chair pose. Feet are together, or maybe big toes together, heels apart. Sink down into your knees. Sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Chair. Awesome. Breathe in. Chest is lifted. Lift up on your gaze. And then bring your hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow onto your left thigh. Press into your palms. Left elbow point straight up. Then from here, shift your weight to your left foot. Begin to lift up on your right foot. And gently, slowly, step it back. Twisted crescent. Take your time. You got it. And then inhale. Rise up. Crescent lunge for 1 moment. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel drops down. Feet are in one lane of traffic. Sink into your front knee as you look over your front fingertips. Drop your shoulders. Engage your core. And let's find our flow. Flip both palms up. Inhale, lift it up. Straighten your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, lift it up. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Keep the knee bent. As you reverse, left hand slides overhead, right hand slides down your back thigh, makes a little kickstand. Breathe into the left side of your body. Big stretch. One more breath. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Bump your back foot up. Triangle pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Bump your hips back. Left hand down, right hand high. Again, play around with this. If you feel like you've been up here for a long time and you want to try a little further, maybe go down to the ankle. Or rest your hand right inside. So make sure your shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. It's almost as if I could just slip you into an envelope. That's how flat you are. We're not dipping forward. We're open. One more breath. Exhale. You can bring your hands down as we transition to half moon. Left hand down. Right leg lifts. Toes point to the side of the room. And maybe your right arm lifts. So your hips are open here. Open hips, right hand lifts. Eventually, you might want to keep your gaze down, and eventually we're going to practice looking up to the side and then maybe up to your right thumb. You've got this. One more breath. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Awesome. Shake out your legs here. Bend one knee, straighten the other. You did a lot of work on one leg at a time. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, reach up, bring your palms together. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Mountain pose. Awesome. If you're anything like me, I'm getting a little warm and sweaty, and that's good. You guys are doing basically a power class right now, so if you're like, this is harder than I expected, it is a more powerful class. And you're here, you showed up. I'm proud of you. Maybe surrender what you think you should be looking like right now, or where you want to be. Many times that's my struggle. I compare to others, or I compare to where I think I should look like or where I want to be. But it's not about getting to that destination. It's about the whole journey. And sometimes we need to surrender our expectations to get there. Take one more breath. Exhale. So we're going to build on that flow. We're going to go through one more time each side, adding just a little bit, and then we'll bring it down. So you've got this. Surrendering, releasing, letting go. Get out of your head right now. Get into your body. Just move and flow and be present right here. Let's come back to chair pose. Feet are close together. Sink into your hips down. Lift up on your toes. Shift your weight to your heels. Lift your arms up. Awesome. So let's go back through our flow. Bring your hands to heart center, prayer twist to the right. Hook your elbow onto your right thigh. Press your palms together as your left elbow points straight up to the ceiling. And remember, we're going to shift the weight to the right. Step back with your left. Maybe this time, try to step back even slower. Or maybe you're more wobbly and you're just going to throw your leg back there because you're burning. That's fine too. Inhale, lift it up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel drops, sink into your front knee. Engage your core. Breathe in. Breathe out. We hold these poses to build strength, to build focus, to build endurance. One more breath. Exhale. Flip your front palm. Keep the knee bent. Reverse. Left hand slides down your back thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Even if you need to bend back into your front knee, that's fine. Really reach through the right side of your body. Big side stretch. One breath. Exhale, come forward. Warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Triangle pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Bump your hips back. Right hand down. Left hand high. Again, maybe you're on the outside of your foot if you want to go a little further, but keep the chest open. Shoulders stacked. One more breath. Exhale, half moon. Right hand comes down in front. Left leg lifts up. Toes point out to the side of the room. Left hand reaches up high. Core is engaged. This is not an easy pose. Find a point of focus that's not moving. Focus there. Awesome. You got this. Super strong in that right leg. From here, we're going to come up to stand knee to chest. So maybe look down. Start to draw your left knee. Try to keep it lifted as you draw your left knee up into your chest. Right arm reaches up, left hand reaches down. So we made like little scissor arms. If you want a little extra, I'm wobbling. If you want a little extra, extend your left leg long. Try to straighten out that left leg. Build a little strength. All right, bend it, drop back in. So now we're going to scissor the arms and come to warrior three. So bring your left leg behind as you bring your right arm down. Left arm reaches forward. Left leg comes back. So your left leg and your right arm are reaching back. Left arm's reaching forward. Awesome. This is not easy either. Engage your core. Keep your gaze and chest lifted. From here, begin to bend your right knee. Plant your left hand down right by your foot. Step your left foot back. Right hand reaches up high. We're in a revolved low lunge. Twisted low lunge. So if you didn't catch that, the right foot is forward, left foot is back. Your left hand is down on the mat, right hand is up high. Just take one more breath here. Exhale, bring your hand down to frame your foot, step back, high plank. And from here, we're going to hit the core. Shift your weight to your left hand Turn to your knife edge of your foot as you stack your feet. Right hand lifts up high, side plank. Left hand is down. You have a few options here. You can stack your feet, stagger your feet, or drop the left leg. Keep your hips lifted no matter where you are. You kind of started with a supported side plank. Now we're in a full plank if you want to be. Lift up on your hips. Awesome. Press the mat away. Beautiful. You've got this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift your hips a little more. 1. Back to plank. Beautiful. If you want, you can go to child's pose. If you want, you can take a vinyasa chaturanga or just press back to down dog. A few options. Wherever you are, maybe you're in child's pose, maybe you're in down dog, just take a couple breaths. You just did a lot of hard work, and we have one more side. If you're doubting, surrender that. You showed up. That's the hardest part. You absolutely can do this. One more breath. Exhale. Let's all meet in down dog. If you're in child's pose, meet us here. Inhale, rise up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold. Awesome. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Reach up. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Chair pose. Let's just get it done. I'm sweating. I hope you are too. Chair pose, sink into your knees. Maybe sink a little lower this time. This is your last one. Give it all you've got. Draw your lower belly in. Reach your arms, lift your chest, sink. Bring your hands to heart center, prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow into your left thigh, palms pressed together. Left elbow points straight up to the ceiling. Then shift your weight to your left foot. Lift up on your right foot and try to step back with control. Awesome. You're twisted here. Spine is long. Inhale, sweep up, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Drop your back heel. Sink into your front knee. If you need to readjust, one lane of traffic on the feet. Awesome. Sink. Let's just take 2 breaths here. Exhale. Again, we're building strength. We're building endurance. You've got this. Surrender. Flip your front palm. Keep the bend in your knee. Right hand slides down your back thigh. Reverse. Left arm reaches overhead. Maybe bend back into your left knee. Big side stretch. One more breath. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Triangle pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Bump your hips back. Left hand down. Right hand high. Again, maybe challenge yourself, but make sure your chest stays open and you're lifting through your right arm. Let's transition to half moon. Left hand comes down in front of you on the mat. Right leg lifts, toes point to the side of the room. Right arm lifts up high. You got this. And if this is way harder than the first one, it should be because you've done a ton of work, especially on this leg. You've got it. Now from here, we're going to transition into our funky knee to chest. So keep your right knee lifted as you draw it up. Ooh, it's your chest, right arm. Left arm lifts up high. Excuse me, right arm drops down. So you have scissored arms. Right knee is lifted. Maybe straighten out your right leg. Build a little extra core strength, stability. You've got it. All right, bring your knee back in. We're going to alternate arms as you extend the right leg back to warrior. So switch the arms as you kick your right leg back with slowly, gently with care. Right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches back. Right leg is behind. Toes are pointed down so that your hips are square. Engage your core. One more breath here. You've got this. Slowly bend your left knee as you step your right foot back. Right hand plants down. Left hand reaches up high. Low lunge with a twist. Awesome. So your left foot is forward. Right leg is back. Right hand is down. Left hand is lifted. That's it. Bring your hand down. Step back. High plank. We have one more side on our side planks. So shift your weight to your right hand. Stack your feet or stagger your feet or drop the right knee as you lift your left arm up. So core is engaged. Lift up on your hips. Press the mat away with your right arm. Reach. You've got this. Breathe. If you're shaking like me and sweating bullets, it's working. You're getting stronger. Surrender. If you think you can't, you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Plank pose. Drop your knees, child's pose. Awesome job. Bring your knees wide, hips down to your heels. Reach your fingertips forward. Drop your forehead down to the mat and let it all go. Like I said earlier, this was a powerful class. If you've heard of power yoga, this is kind of what you're looking at. Some powerful moves. And maybe you're like, I wouldn't have picked it if you had called it that. That's totally fine too. But you showed up. The battle with exercise and working out and meditating and reading things that build you up, the battle is showing up. The battle is rolling out your mat. That's the hardest part. Lacing up your shoes for the run. Getting out the weights. That's the hardest part. But then when you're in it, and then when it's done, I don't know about you, but I just feel so much better, so much healthier in my body, mind, and soul. So I want to encourage you to surrender that mind game that we play. That, no, I just can't get out there. Get your mind out of the way, get your head out of the way, and just do the thing. I know you won't regret it. Take one more breath here. Surrender. Surrender anything else in your mind, in your heart, in your life right now, whatever it is, if it's an expectation of how you thought life was going to be and it hasn't lived up. Maybe it's a disappointment, a fear. Maybe you conquered a fear today by doing yoga. I'm proud of you. One more breath. I know I just said that. We're going to take one last one. And then press yourself up through tabletop. Awesome. Come all the way down to your belly. And then come to your forearms. So from here, we're going to do Sphinx pose. So your shoulders come right over your elbows. And then your toes point back behind you. Press into the tops of your feet. So you don't need to be like super engaged, but you want to protect your spine. So don't just have noodle legs. Don't just let your legs go. They're strong still. So press into the tops of your feet. Lift up. Take your hands. I like to plant my hands on the mat. So just plant them, dig into the mat, and then think about drawing the mat. So it's like you're pulling the mat towards you as you lift up on your chest. Drop your shoulders. Shoulder blades drop down your back. So again, press into the tops of your feet, lift up. We're finding a little back bend. And maybe close your eyes and come back to your intention. Accept what is in the moment. Turn your head to look over your right shoulder, and then turn to look over your left shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Turn to the right, and turn to the left. Come back to center. Plant your hands one on top of the other as you drop your forehead to your hands. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs side to side. We're just releasing the spine here. And after all those chaturangas and planks and side planks, let's take care of our shoulders. So lengthen your legs long again. Bring your arm out, your right arm out to the side. So you want to just reach it straight forward. Your fingertips are in line with your shoulder. Bend your left knee. Bring your left hand toward your inside, toward your ribs, and you're just going to kind of roll back. So bring your left foot behind you. Drop your head down to the mat. So you're just rinsing out the shoulder. We're really stretching out the shoulder. Your left hand can stay as like a little kickstand right here, just kind of supporting you. Or you can take your left hand behind your back and make a bind so you can revolve a little more. And release any tension held in your right shoulder right now. twisting in your spine. Let go. Take one more breath. Exhale. All right, bring your left hand down back in front of you and roll all the way back to your belly. We're just going to go right to the other side. Left hand comes out to a half T. Fingertips are in line with your shoulder. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand in towards your ribs and you're just going to roll back. Let your head rest down on the mat. Maybe your foot comes down behind you. And maybe you tuck your right hand behind your back. Make a little bind. Just be present. If your mind is wandering, gently guide it back. Our time is almost done. Don't miss whatever gift you can receive for your heart, your body, your mind. One more breath. Exhale, roll all the way back onto your belly. Bend your knees, windshield wiper side to side again. Release your spine. Release any tension. And then press yourself up to tabletop. Tabletop pose. We didn't do classic cat-cows at the beginning, so we're going to do them now just to release the spine. So bring your shoulders right over your wrists as you spread your fingers wide, hips over the knees. Inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts, look up to cow. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest for cat. Just go through a couple of these, maybe on your own breath, your own movement. We're just releasing the spine here. Any tension that we held, let it go. Let's find one more round. Inhale, look up to cow. Exhale, round to cat. Come back to tabletop, swing your legs around. We're going to come to seated. Sit down, extend your legs out in front of you, staff pose. What you're going to do is just find your sits bones, point your toes back to your face. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale your arms overhead. Now this is going to lengthen your spine again as you reach up. And then keep your chest lifted. Don't round your back as you hinge from your hips and start to lean forward for our forward fold. So again, I like to just keep my chest lifted. We don't want to just round into this. Keep your chest lifted and come down as far as you can or want to go today. Maybe you come to your calves or ankles. If you have a yoga strap or a towel, you can wrap that around your feet as you draw yourself. So pull on the strap, draw yourself down. Or maybe you come to your toes. Just keep your chest lifted so your spine stays long. Stretch that out. And send some gratitude to your sore legs right now as they held you up for a lot of half moons, a lot of one leg chair poses. That's pretty tough. Send some gratitude. Gratitude that your body can do so many things that many people cannot. More breath here. Expand in your belly and then exhale, fold a little deeper. Roll yourself all the way up to seated. We're going to do single legs, so bring your right foot inside your left thigh. Push it right into your left thigh and then turn your torso to face your left leg. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you catch your foot or maybe you catch your calf or ankle again, and you can also use that strap there. Nose comes toward the knee. So we're just really trying to single out this leg, get a big stretch. Take one more breath. Breathe in, expand in your belly. Exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. And then come all the way up through seated. So we're going to find a side stretch. Take your left hand on the inside of your left calf. So you can just bring your arm down right on the floor, right inside your leg. I also like to take my left hand and just tuck it underneath my left calf. This just kind of keeps it there, roots it down. Reach your right arm up overhead. So really lengthen through your spine. Keep your spine long. We're going for a side stretch. So begin to stretch over to the side. Now, before you do anything crazy, we do eventually want to get to our toes. Many of us want to. It's kind of fun. It's a big, deep stretch. But a lot of times we sacrifice and just come right for our toes. This does nothing for you. We need to keep the heart open. So if you can keep your heart open to here and you notice your shoulder drops in, come back. Come right back here. Just get the side bend. I might be able to show you today. Some days my body does not want to do it. If you're going to keep your chest open and reach for your toes, maybe, and maybe eventually, took me a long time, you'll get your toes and you're going to keep revolving your chest forward, open, open to the ceiling. Just take one more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up, and we're going to switch sides. Right leg comes out long, left foot comes on the inside of your right thigh. Turn to face your left leg, toes your foot's flexed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, use the strap, the towel, or just fold down to your calf, ankle, toes. As you breathe in, allow your belly to fill and expand. Maybe it presses away against your thighs. And then on your exhale, use that space to fold a little deeper. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. So again, we're going to find that side bend. Your right arm comes inside your right leg. Maybe you tuck your right hand under your right calf. Left arm lifts up. So again, from here, lift up, spine long, and then bend over to the side. And you might be right here. If we were in a class together, I'd be able to show you and help you and tell you and be like, ooh, you're almost there. Or give you a little assist. We're in a video here though, so do your best to just notice your own body. Be your own teacher. Are you dropping your shoulder in? Are you sacrificing that open heart? Open it back up and maybe you'll be able to get there. I don't even know if I can get my toes on this side. Not today, maybe. Yep, beautiful. Big side stretch. Even think about pressing down in that left hip, rooting down to the ground. One more breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Bring both feet down onto the mat with your knees bent. Just windshield wiper side to side. Release your spine. Awesome. And roll all the way down to your back. Our time here is almost done. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock side to side. If there's any movements you need, you can roll out your hips here. I like to take my knees in opposite circles, both directions. And then hug your knees into your chest. Bring your arms out to a T. And drop your knees to the left. Keep your knees up towards your chest as they drop to the left. Maybe your left hand comes on top of your knees to press down. Give yourself a gentle assist. Maybe you look over your right fingertips if it's comfortable on your neck. Drop your right shoulder down to the mat. Close your eyes. Take this twist. Breathe. Surrender. I want to remind you, we don't like surrender because we don't want to lose control. But we never had control. All we ever had was anxiety. One more breath. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop them right down to the right. Right hand comes onto your knees. Left hand reaches out to the side. Look over your left fingertips if it's comfortable. Press down into your knees. Give yourself an assist as you drop your left shoulder down toward the mat. And just breathe here. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees in, draw your nose up to your knees. Curl up in a little ball. And then bring the bottoms of your feet together. Drop your feet down to the mat. Open up your hips. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Bring your arms by your sides. Take them a few inches away from your body. Flip your palms up. So we're in a reclined butterfly. Hips are open. And I really think that this is the most vulnerable pose in yoga. Everything's open. This idea of surrender. Your palms are pointed up in surrender, surrendering our ways, our expectations. Surrender the anxiety that the desire to control creates. Take 3 deep breaths together. Breathe in. Let your belly fill and expand. Open your mouth, exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. Breathe in, expand, fill up. Exhale, let it go, surrender. Bring your heels to the corner edges of the mat. Allow your feet to fall open. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Bring your arms by your sides. Lift your palms up. Close your eyes. Here we are in Shavasana pose. The way to do this pose is to surrender and release all effort. Let the practice that you just completed soak into your body as you let your body just melt into the mat. Surrendering is a gift. When we finally acknowledge that we can't do it, can't control it, can't create the outcome. To surrender, we simply accept what is in the moment, right here, right now. We drop fully into the experience, what we're feeling, experiencing, living in this moment. We agree to life as it is, in the present, without trying to add or take away or manipulate. I want to remind you, you are afraid of surrender because you don't want to lose control, but you never had control. All you had was anxiety. So right here in Shavasana pose, I invite you to stay here for a while. Stay here as long as you can, as long as you want, as long as you need. Maybe the last song on the playlist is going to play and you can just take that time. Or maybe there's a song that you just really need to hear right now and you need the words to just wash over you. Use this time to surrender and watch anxiety lose its power over you. Take this time and thank you for practicing with me. As always, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.